Welcome to today's deep dive. We're going to be looking at TalkFlow AI. This software is making some pretty wild claims. Things like being able to handle any business task in under a minute, all through voice commands. The source material for this deep dive is their website. And I gotta say, it's very salesy. But let's unpack what they're offering, and we'll see if it lives up to the hype.
It's definitely attention-grabbing. The website really pushes this idea of TalkFlow AI being a one-stop shop for businesses. Customer service, lead generation, even content creation. They're saying it can do it all.
Yeah, they throw a lot at you right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And they use some pretty strong language. Like one quote that really stood out to me was, TalkFlow AI completes any business task in less than 60 seconds. Is that even possible?
That's a great question, and that's where a little critical thinking is helpful. Think about the range of tasks businesses handle every day. Some are simple, some are really complex. To claim that any task, no matter how complicated, can be done in under a minute, well, it seems like a stretch.
It does. It feels like they're trying to impress people with the sheer number of features. Voice interaction, multi-language support, emotion recognition. It's kind of overwhelming.
Right, and that's a clever marketing tactic, isn't it? Just bombard you with so many features that it's hard to even process them all, let alone question whether they actually work. But let's try to break it down a bit. One feature they highlight is adaptive learning, which in AI usually means the system can learn from its interactions and improve its responses over time.
So basically, the more you use it, the smarter it gets.
That's the idea. The potential benefits of adaptive learning in AI are pretty clear. Imagine a system that can tailor its responses to your specific needs and preferences. So the more you interact with it, the more efficient and helpful it becomes.
That sounds really useful, especially for things like customer service or scheduling. But is that really how TalkFlow AI works? I mean, we're back to that issue of evidence.
Exactly. The website makes all these claims, but there aren't any concrete examples or data to back them up. It's like they're saying, trust us, it's amazing, but they don't show you how it actually works.
Right. Another term they use a lot is context-aware responses. I'm not really sure what that means in this context.
Yeah, that's fair. Context-aware suggests that the AI can understand the subtleties of a conversation and respond accordingly, not just reacting to individual keywords or phrases. Think about how we talk to each other. We pick up on tone, implied meaning, and past interactions.
So in this case, context-aware means the AI isn't just giving pre-programmed answers. It's actually trying to understand the conversation and respond in a more human-like way.
That's what they're implying. Now, whether or not TalkFlow AI can actually do that, that's another question entirely.
Right. And this brings up something I found interesting. They talk about how TalkFlow AI can actually detect your tone and then adjust its replies to match your mood.
Warp.
They're really pushing this idea that the AI is almost human in how it communicates.
It's definitely a big part of their sales pitch. They're trying to sell you on the idea that this isn't just another software program. It's like having an actual human assistant.
But again, where's the proof? They say things like advanced voice recognition and dynamic topic switching, but without actually seeing it in action. It's tough to know if it lives up to the hype.
Yeah, you have to wonder, are they pushing the limits of what's possible with AI right now? Or are they just overselling their product?
And that's the thing, right? We have to approach all of this with some healthy skepticism. The claims are exciting, but we need more than just words on a website to really understand what TalkFlow AI can do.
Absolutely. It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement, especially when they're promising such big changes to the way we work.
Let's talk about those changes. TalkFlow AI is pitching itself as a total game changer for businesses, offering a way to automate tasks, boost productivity, and even open up new revenue streams.
Right, and that's where the marketing really ramps up. They focus on specific use cases, designed to appeal to a wide range of businesses. One area they really zero in on is customer service. They suggest that TalkFlow AI can handle customer inquiries, generate leads, and provide 247 support.
So basically they're saying that this AI can replace, or at least supplement, a whole human customer service team. That could be huge for businesses, especially if TalkFlow AI can really provide that human touch they keep talking about.
It's a compelling idea, but it does make you wonder, can AI really replicate the empathy, problem-solving skills, and nuanced communication that you need for good customer service?
I can see an AI handling simple questions, or maybe providing basic information. But what about the more complicated situations, the ones that require a deeper understanding of customer needs, or even emotional intelligence? Can TalkFlow AI handle that?
That's where the line between marketing and reality gets a little blurry. The website is full of bold statements, testimonials, promises of amazing results, but it doesn't really give you much concrete evidence.
It's like they're painting this beautiful picture of the future, but they don't give you a map of how to get there.
And that's the challenge with evaluating any new technology, especially in a field like AI that's changing so fast. There's a lot of potential. But it's important to separate the hype from what's real.
So what can we do? How do we cut through all the marketing and figure out what TalkFlow AI actually offers?
Well, one way is to look past the surface level claims and really dig into the details. Let's take a closer look at some of the use cases they highlight and see if there are any red flags or areas where we need to do some more digging.
Sounds good. Let's shift gears and explore those use cases in more detail. Let's start with how TalkFlow AI thinks it's going to revolutionize customer service.
Okay, so let's say you're a business owner and you're looking to make your customer service better. TalkFlow AI says it can just step right in, handle everything from basic questions to complicated problems, all while being super friendly and helpful.
They even say it can generate leads and upsell customers, like it's a salesperson that never sleeps.
Right, especially for businesses in a competitive market. The idea of an AI that can not only handle customer questions, but also reach out to potential customers and boost sales, that's got to be appealing.
It does sound good. But maybe I'm just being skeptical. It feels a little too good to be true. Can an AI really be that persuasive? Can it really understand all those little things like emotional cues that people use when they're making a decision to buy something?
Those are really good questions, and you have to remember that AI, even really advanced AI, it still has limitations. It can analyze data, see patterns, and give responses based on what it's been programmed to do, but it doesn't have the same level of understanding or intuition that a human does.
So TalkFlow AI might be great at routine questions or giving product info, but it's not so clear if it can handle the more complex interactions, the ones that need empathy, critical thinking, and the ability to adapt to unexpected situations.
Exactly. And that brings us to another area where TalkFlow AI says it can help. Marketing. The website says this AI can add affiliate links to its conversations, work with all kinds of marketing platforms, and even be used to sell AI services on sites like Fiverr.
So they're basically saying you can just let this AI loose on the internet, and it'll magically generate leads, drive traffic, and increase your sales.
That's a pretty bold statement. It's important to look at these claims carefully. AI can definitely play a role in things like marketing automation and personalization, but it's not a magic solution. Good marketing needs a deep understanding of your target audience, a smart strategy, and good quality content.
And even then, there's no guarantee it'll work. The world of marketing changes all the time. What works today might not work tomorrow.
Right. Relying only on an AI for your marketing, without any human oversight or guidance, could be risky.
Speaking of risky, they also say that TalkFlow AI can be your personal assistant, handling things like scheduling appointments, setting reminders, even managing your to-do list.
It's interesting how they're trying to make this software seem like it can do so many different things, not just business stuff.
Like they think we'll all have these AI assistants in the future.
Right. Integrated into our lives, handling everything for us.
It's a cool idea, but it also makes you think about things like privacy and security, and maybe becoming too reliant on technology.
Exactly. If we're giving an AI access to our personal information and letting it do tasks for us, we need to be sure it's secure, reliable, and that it operates in a way that aligns with our own values.
And that's where critical evaluation is so important. It's easy to get excited about new technology, but it's important to step back and think about the potential downsides.
You got it.
So they also claim that TalkFlow AI can be used for content creation. They say it can write articles, make social media posts, even come up with scripts for videos or podcasts.
This is part of a bigger trend we're seeing with AI. It's becoming better and better at creating content that seems like a human made it. AI-powered tools that can write poems, compose music, even create artwork.
It's kind of mind-blowing and a little bit scary. Does that mean human creativity is becoming obsolete?
Not necessarily. I think it's more about expanding what's possible. AI can be a really powerful tool for creators. It can help them generate ideas, get over writer's block, even automate some parts of the creative process.
So instead of thinking of AI as a threat, we can think of it as a collaborator.
Exactly. In the end, the value of content comes from not just how well it's made, but whether it can connect with an audience, make people feel something, and inspire them to take action.
That makes sense. And it brings us back to the main question. Can TalkFlow AI actually do everything it says it can? Can it be a persuasive salesperson, a helpful assistant, a creative partner, and a customer service rock star all at the same time?
That's a lot to ask, and as we've been talking about, There's not a lot of solid proof to back up most of these claims. There's a ton of marketing hype, but without real-world examples or someone to verify what they're saying, it's hard to say for sure what TalkFlow AI can really do.
It's like they're showing you a menu with delicious food, but you haven't actually tasted anything yet.
Perfect analogy. It shows why it's important to be skeptical. We should be excited about the potential of AI, but we also need to be smart, ask tough questions, and look for evidence before we buy into the hype.
So what should we do now? We've looked at the features, the
Mm.
marketing tactics, and the possible ways to use it. What's the main takeaway for our listeners?
I think the most important thing is be curious about new technology, but also be skeptical. Be open to what it could do, but don't let all the hype stop you from thinking critically.
Right. Don't just believe everything they say. Dig a little deeper, ask questions, and look for evidence to support those claims.
Exactly. And remember that technology is just a tool. It's up to us to decide how to use it, what limits we set, and what values we prioritize.
Well put. Now, TalkFlow AI is just one example. There are so many new AI-powered tools and platforms coming out all the time. It's a huge trend, and it's changing how we work, communicate, and interact with the world around us. So we've talked a lot about TalkFlow AI, but it's just one example, right? This whole conversational AI thing is getting huge. And I got to say, I'm kind of excited, but also a little intimidated.
Yeah, it's moving really fast. New tools and platforms popping up all the time.
What's really interesting is how conversational AI is getting into everything, how we interact with businesses, how we manage our personal lives.
It's like science fiction is coming true. Talking to our devices, getting personalized stuff, AI writing content for us.
And that leads to some big questions about the future of work and communication. If AI can do so many of the tasks we do now, what happens to jobs?
Yeah, are we all going to be out of work? Robots taking over everything.
I don't think it's that bad. Throughout history, new technology has always changed things. Some jobs go away, but new opportunities pop up somewhere else. So instead of being scared of the robots, we should be thinking about how to adapt and evolve with the technology.
Right, it's about being open to the possibilities, but also knowing there might be challenges. And maybe most importantly, making sure that AI helps society, not hurts it.
That makes sense. But it's a lot to think about. AI is so complicated, and it's changing so fast. How can anyone keep up?
It can be a bit overwhelming, but it's also really exciting. I think the important thing is to stay curious, be willing to learn and explore.
And not be afraid to ask questions, because even the experts don't know everything yet.
Exactly. We're all learning together. And that's why these conversations are so important. The more we talk about AI, the more we understand it, the better we can handle whatever comes next.
So back to TalkFlow AI. They're making a lot of promises. What should people think about when they're looking at this technology or other AI tools?
I'd say the most important thing is be skeptical. Don't just believe everything the marketing tells you. Look closer. Ask questions. See if there are independent reviews or real-world examples.
It's like buying a car. You wouldn't just trust the car salesman, right? You'd want to test drive it. Read reviews. Compare it to other cars.
Right. And with AI, you want to know how it actually works, what data it uses, and if there are any biases built in.
And what about the ethical stuff? As AI gets smarter, it's going to raise some tough questions about things like privacy and security.
Yeah, even the nature of consciousness. Those are questions we all need to think about. We need to talk openly and honestly about what role we want AI to play in our lives and what protections we need to put in place.
It feels like we're at a turning point. We have this amazing technology that could change the world, but we need to be careful too.
It's a balancing act for sure. Embrace the potential, but move forward thoughtfully.
So what advice would you give to someone who's excited about AI, but also maybe a little nervous about it?
I'd say be curious. Learn all you can about it. See what it can do. Try out some of the tools.
And don't be afraid to talk about it. The more we talk about AI, the more we can make sure it develops in a way that benefits everyone.
Absolutely. And remember, this is only the beginning. Who knows what amazing things AI will do in the future?
It's exciting and a little scary, but it's definitely a journey worth taking. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of TalkFlow AI and conversational AI.
It's been great talking about this with you.
We hope this was helpful and got you thinking. Keep asking questions and stay informed about how AI is shaping the future. See you next time.